Welcome back, girls. It is now time for our topic lesson. So in topic this half term we have been learning all about our fantastic women. We learned about Amelia Earhart, the famous pilot. We learned about Marie Curie, the famous scientist. Florence Nightingale, the nurse, the lady with the lamp. Then we learned about Daphne du Maurier, the wonderful author. Then, of course, we learned about Valentina Tereshkova, the first woman to go to space. Then we learned about Helen Sharman, the first British person to go to space. So we've learned about scientists, we've learned about nurse, we've learned about pilot, we've learned about astronauts or cosmonauts. So today we are going to be learning about a famous artist. So this is very exciting because she was a wonderful painter and I'm looking forward to talking to you all about her. And her name was Frida Kahlo. So this is a book all about Frida Kahlo. So make sure you're sitting comfortably and I can read this book to you. All about Frida Kahlo. So this is very interesting. It looks like watermelon seeds because one of Frida Kahlo's famous paintings was a painting of watermelons, and we'll see it later on in the book. So Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo was born in Mexico. Just by looking at her, you could see she was special. When she was at school, she got really sick. The illness made her leg as skinny as a rake. Can you see it there? It's in a special sort of brace to help her. But Frida didn't complain. She was different. She liked to dress differently too. So you can see here, she wasn't wearing the same clothes as other girls her age were wearing. She wore whatever she wanted to wear. Then one day, a bus Frida was riding crashed into a car. Life as she knew it changed forever. After her accident, Frida had to rest in bed. To help the hours pass, she drew pictures of her foot because she couldn't see much and many other things, so she could see her feet, so she drew pictures of her foot. Then, even though she was still in bed, Frida decided to draw self-portraits using a mirror. So she asked for a mirror and she could see herself in there, and she was painting self-portraits. So self-portrait is when you do a painting or a picture of yourself, of yourself. Painting by painting, Frida and her art got better. It was time to show her pictures to someone else. She visited the famous artist Diego Rivera, who couldn't believe his eyes. He wasn't sure what he liked more, her pictures or her. Frida and Diego fell in love. They were so similar and yet so different, but through their ups and downs, Diego encouraged Frida in her paintings. Through her wonderful pictures, Frida spoke about how she was feeling. In some, she looked sad. In others, she smiled. So it was a nice way for her to express how she was feeling. So Frida, if she was feeling sad, she'd paint paintings where she was sad. But if she was happy, she would be happy in her paintings. Eventually, Frida decided to show everyone her work. Her pictures caused a great stir in New York City. When the exhibition came to Mexico, Frida was so ill she had to stay in bed. But it was clear that nothing could stop her from painting, not illness, not pain or heartache. Frida taught the world to wave goodbye to bad things and say "Viva la vida," which means live life. Here you can see her painting watermelons. And she's written here, "Viva la vida," by Frida Kahlo. And there we go. Information all about the wonderful artist Frida Kahlo. Now, I will be very excited to see if you like her paintings as well. You might like some of them, you might like all of them, you might not like any of them. And that's the great thing about art, is that everybody has a different opinion on it. So I would look forward to hearing whether you like Frida Kahlo's paintings. And I do, in fact, have some other examples of her paintings. She did many, many lovely paintings. So let me see if I can find them here to show you. She did lots of beautiful paintings, I think. This one, I hope you can see it, is of Frida and Diego Rivera. So she painted, that's Frida Kahlo and the man that she married, Diego Rivera. Then here, this painting, it's called Fruits of the Earth, so she liked painting fruits too. This is, it's Kuntli Dog with me. So if you look at this, you'll be able to see these yourself. And there's a little dog there, a little dog. And this is called Me and My Parrot. And you can see that she has parrots. One thing about Frida Kahlo's paintings is they often have very bright and vibrant colours. And here we go, the painting of watermelons, which had Viva la Vida written on it, which means live life. And she certainly lived life, even though she got sick when she was very little, and she was in a crash when her bus crashed into a car, but she never let anything stop her, and she just carried on, and she is a very famous and wonderful artist. So, in our topic today, you're going to learn a little bit more about Frida Kahlo, and then you're going to write, I think, the 7th page of your information book. So I'm very excited about this because our book is becoming very big now, and I think we can practice writing a sentence together. Perhaps we can write, Frida Kahlo was an artist. I think that's a good sentence. Frida Kahlo was an artist. So I have my title here, which of course says Frida Kahlo. So I can use that to help me to write my first part of my sentence, which is Frida Kahlo. So I can use that. Frida. I'm going to use my eyes to leave my space. Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo was. Oh, that's one of our tricky words. We know how to write that now. Was. So leave a space. Is that a good finger space? No. Is that a good finger space? No. How about that? Yes, I think so. Was an artist. Now, I have a little word bank here of words that I'm not sure how to spell or sound out or read. So I have written a little word bank here to help me. So artist. So I know this starts with so I don't think it's that. Artist. This must say artist. It has some sounds that we haven't quite learned yet, but I can try and read it, and I believe it says artist. So I'm not quite sure it will fit there. So I will start on my new line. Artist. Actually, artist has a sound that we haven't learned yet. This is R sound. If you're feeling very clever, you can learn that too. So I put a full stop at the end of my sentence, and let me double check to see I'm happy with my writing. Frida Kahlo was an artist. Great. Maybe I could also write, she was from Mexico, because we learned that she was from Mexico. We could write, she got sick, but this did not stop her. She did beautiful paintings. They are interesting and bright and have bright colours in them. There's lots of information that you can write about Frida Kahlo, and you'll often see her with big necklaces and beautiful flowers in her hair in her paintings. So you could, when you draw your picture of Frida Kahlo, you might like to draw her with her bright things that she used to like to wear as well. So I look forward to reading your information about Frida Kahlo, this famous artist. and I will let you get on with your writing now, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye everybody, work hard.